Good morning, Debbie. Are you still sleeping, sis? How have you been? Why are you suddenly contacting me? I'm up, of course. You're up early. I heard that the ugly need to wake up early because they are super busy at work. Don't be rude. Besides, today's a holiday. Is that so? I've rarely had to work. So weekdays, weekends, it doesn't make a difference to me. I mean, you know how cute I am. So I've never had a need to work, get a job. Is that so? So why are you contacting me? And you know, my fiancé is really wealthy, so I have no problems in the world. Can you just get to the point already? Can't you tell? I just want to thank you. For what? For introducing me to a super wealthy man like Eddie. As I recall, I didn't exactly introduce you to. Really? Is that how you remember it? I remember. In the beginning, Eddie was your fiancé. I forgot. My bad. You really are the worst. I cannot begin to understand why you would contact me to tell me something like this. It took Eddie 3 years to propose to you, Debbie. But with me, all it took was 3 months. There must have been issues in your relationship. And with you. Is that so? That very well may be so, but it doesn't make a difference to me anymore. I still don't know why you would want to say all of this to me. I just want to express my gratitude, Debbie. I never imagined I would be able to get married to such a rich, handsome man so quickly. You're the reason. I'm so happy. Thank you, thank you. Fine. See you. Wait. Are you still jealous? Jealous? Of whom? Me, of course. Because I'm so beautiful. I know you've been jealous of me in the past. Are you still jealous? That your beautiful little sister found love and happiness? Before dumpy old me? Are you pulling out your hair? I don't care anymore. I've accepted it. Really? I know that's a lie. I know you're really jealous of me. You're so persistent. I really don't care. I'll admit when Eddie and I first broke up, I was sad. And to let my friends, family, and everyone at work know the wedding was canceled was really embarrassing. But it was 3 months ago. I've gotten over it. Ugh, stop acting so mature. I bet it's eating you up inside. Lastly, let me share this wonderful news. Our wedding is today. How do you feel now, miss? I'm so mature, I don't care that my sister stole my fiancé. That's weird. Haven't you heard? About what? And can't you be more surprised? It was really difficult not saying anything until the wedding day. The wedding you wanted but couldn't have. You know the church you and Eddie were planning to hold your wedding? We're having it there. Is that so? Congratulations. Oh, I know you don't really mean it. I know it's killing you. This is how life goes. Beautiful people always get married first. I wonder when it will be your turn. If your turn will ever come. I couldn't care less. It's none of your business, Shelley. It doesn't concern you. It concerns me. Because, well, you know, I feel sorry for you. I mean, while I'm happy, you're so miserable. it would make me feel a tiny bit guilty. I know that's a lie. Oh, you saw right through me. I don't feel guilty at all. I feel victorious. Oh, and Debbie, sorry about not inviting you today. You know how Eddie's parents are about appearances and all. They didn't want you, his ex-fiancé, to come, as you may ruin the wedding, so I couldn't invite you. It's fine. I wouldn't have attended even if you had invited me. You don't have to put up a strong front. Anyways, I've gotten bored of teasing you, so I guess I'll start to get ready. Is that so? See ya, my sister, the loser. Debbie? What did you do? How can you? What are you talking about? I don't understand this at all. Why did none of our relatives attend? It isn't normal. What did you do? I know you had something to do with this, Debbie. I can't get a hold of Mom. What's going on? Really? They didn't attend? Not a single relative? Yes, not a single relative. The table for our relatives, it was empty. A total of 0. That's why I had asked you before if you hadn't heard anything. I don't understand. I didn't mean it as revenge or anything serious like that, but I contacted all our relatives before your wedding. What did you tell them? And you know Mom, she didn't think your wedding was, well, appropriate under the circumstances, and was really troubled on what she should do. So after speaking with Mom, we contacted all of our relatives. Contacted all of our relatives? What did you say to them? That Shelley's husband-to-be was engaged to me just a month ago. We explained what you did to steal him from me. If they were to attend your wedding, we wanted them to understand and accept these circumstances, so they could truly wish you all the best for your future, even under these circumstances. Well, how could you? No one told me anything. I thought Mom or Dad would have told you about it. Don't put it like that. I haven't been home recently. I've been spending all my time at Eddie's apartment. I presumed that naturally everyone would come to my wedding. Mom said she contacted you. No way. How did she contact me? Mom? You know Mom doesn't use WhatsApp and always contacts us via email. Have you forgotten? Was it like that? I've always lived at home, so we spoke face to face. I don't recall ever getting an email from her. Anyhow, she told me she informed you of everything via email. She wrote how we're going to cut off all ties to you. You've got to be lying. No, I'm looking at her email now. That she no longer wants to have anything to do with me? There's no way that's possible. Why? I don't understand. It's not like a younger sibling took the older sibling's toy or something. You stole my fiancé. I'm sure they are embarrassed by your actions. You dragged our family through the gutter. Mom, Dad, me, even yourself. Even then, parents have an obligation to be happy for their daughter. Mom was really troubled. I feel bad for putting her through that. So we decided to use the compensation money that Eddie's family gave us and are in Europe right now on a family vacation. What? Why? How? What? And Mom and Dad, they've moved. They are not going to tell you their new address. What are you saying? I can't understand a single thing. All of us are going to sever all ties to you. Come again? It doesn't make any sense. Just because I got married. It isn't just that. You wanted to get married to my fiancé. Don't you think you crossed a line? Don't say that. I never had that intention. I saw your handsome boyfriend and I was just teasing, messing around. Well, it was a blessing for me to see Eddie's true colors before we got married. To hook up with my very own sister. He is just as bad as you. It's all Eddie's fault. There's no reason for you all to abandon me. By the way, were Eddie's parents okay? What are you talking about? You know how concerned they are about appearances. Weren't they upset when they saw none of the bride's relatives attended? Well, they weren't happy. But Eddie and I are spending the night at the plaza, so we don't have to deal with them. Eddie is at his parents' house now, but it's only to pick up his stuff. Now that you mention it, he is a little late coming back. If you don't mind, I guess it's fine. But you know how his mother is. I wonder what she must be saying to Eddie. Wait a minute! Debbie! I just received a text saying he wants to break up! From Eddie? Right now, on WhatsApp. Eddie's parents are saying I've ruined their reputation? So he wants to end things with me? But you already filed your marriage papers, right? We were going to do it first thing tomorrow morning. Our marriage is not legal yet. What does this mean? Could it be that I, in all my beauty, was dumped? Could it be? I couldn't care less, but I can't imagine how Eddie, who is a mama's boy, would go against her wishes just to marry you, Shelley. Actually, at today's wedding, a lot of my friends didn't come as well. Eddie's mom stopped the Reverend in the middle of the ceremony. Is that so? Eddie's parents told the Reverend there's been some mistake, and they were really sorry, but we needn't proceed with the ceremony. She told the wedding staff to cancel everything, but we would of course still pay for everything. Isn't that your responsibility? I received a text saying I need to pay for everything. Is that so? Why are you laughing? It isn't funny. There's no way I could pay for such a luxurious wedding. I can't pay for all of the expenses. Did Eddie's parents say they would pay for it? Originally they did, but now they've changed their mind and want me to pay for everything. Isn't that insane? It's because they were embarrassed. And you, Shelley, are the reason they were embarrassed. Under these circumstances, it isn't unreasonable for them to expect you to pay some type of compensation. I think you owe them something for what you put them through. There's no way I can afford it. I'm unemployed, remember? I don't even have experience doing part-time work. The only work I've done is on my beauty, and that was to snag a rich, handsome husband. What am I supposed to do? How am I to know? It's your own fault. Why don't you beg Eddie for a discount? Even with a discount, there's no way I could pay. I've never had much savings, so I'll have to borrow it from Dad. But does Dad have this much in his savings? I still haven't paid him back for the money I borrowed before. You've got to be kidding. There's no way he's going to lend you any more money. Huh? Why do you think he'll say no? I won't know until I ask him. I know. As I said before, all of us are severing our ties with you. We've moved. We won't ever see you again. We'll live happily ever after, as a family. Wait, don't abandon me! Shelley, get a job and live your own life. Don't ever contact me again. Goodbye, you backstabbing, black-hearted loser. Shelley apologized and asked Eddie to lower the amount she had to pay, but Eddie's mom wouldn't accept her request. So Shelley had to pay the full amount for all the wedding expenses. She was sued for the amount of the wedding, and Eddie kicked her out of his apartment the very next day. So she took out a loan to pay for the wedding and tried to find a job where boarding was included. But with little work experience, no one would hire her. As a result, with beauty being her only asset, she got a job as an escort.
Thank you for today. Mom was happy she finally got to meet you.
Is that so?
She can't wait to see you again.
Is that so?
Is something wrong?
What do you mean?
You seem a bit cold. Did something happen?
Not really.
Don't give me that. You're definitely acting weird. If something's wrong, just tell me. After all, we're engaged. We're getting married, so we should be able to discuss anything and everything.
In that case, I didn't know you were raised by a single mother.
Huh?
You really should have told me that.
What?
If I'd known your mom is a poor single mother, I wouldn't have met her today.
Sorry, but I really don't understand what you're saying. Is there a problem? I don't understand what your issue is.
Why didn't you inform me of your family's circumstances? You were hiding it from me, right? You were embarrassed that you were raised by a single mother, right?
Excuse me? I have nothing to be embarrassed about. I told you I didn't have a dad, right?
Yeah, but I thought he just didn't live with you or something like that. I can't believe you were raised by a single mother. That is really the worst. You really should have told me that beforehand.
How can you say such cold-hearted things? I don't see how being raised by a single mother affects our relationship.
It wouldn't make a difference if we were just dating.
Huh?
But you and I were engaged, right? So we should have known these things about each other. I can't believe that you didn't tell me. If I'd known you were poor, I wouldn't have asked you to marry me. What a waste of time.
You're lying, right? This is all a gag or something, right?
There is no way this is all a gag. I'm serious. Oh, why did I want to marry you anyways? If I marry a poor person like you, I know in the future you'll cause me problems.
I won't cause you any problems. Furthermore, why does being raised by a single mother automatically mean we're poor? We aren't poor.
There's no way that's true. You can stop your bad acting. It's beginning to get on my nerves. No matter how you look at it, your family's income is definitely below the norm.
How can you say that? It's not true.
Anyhow, let's forget we were engaged.
What? Are you kidding? You met my mother.
As a result of meeting your mother, I knew it would never work between us. I never imagined you didn't have a father.
Isn't that rather superficial of you? These things are common these days. I'll have you know, my father passed away due to a terrible illness. I don't know why this is such a big deal for you.
I don't care about that. I just want to marry someone normal.
Like I'm not normal. I work, have a great salary. What's wrong with that?
But if something happens to your mom, I don't want to deal with any financial burdens that may occur in the future. When I thought about that possibility, all my feelings towards you vanished. To be honest, I was dating you and someone else. I think I'll marry the other girl.
What? Someone else?
I had chosen you over her to marry, but She's subservient, rather homey type that's good at cooking and other housework. If only you weren't raised by a single mother. But you know what? I just found out the other girl's father has his own company. She has both parents and they're healthy. I guess it's settled then. I'm going with her. So, it's over between us.
What do you mean you've been seeing someone else? Were you cheating on me?
Well, I wouldn't word it like that.
But that's what it is, isn't it?
Let it go already. Oh, that's why I hate poor people. We aren't getting married anymore, but I'll let you keep the ring. It was rather cheap. If you're ever stuck for money, feel free to sell it.
You jerk. I don't need your stupid ring. I have plenty of money.
Don't try to act all high and mighty with me, you poor, poor girl.
I don't want your ring. I'll send it to you. Don't ever contact me again.
That's my line, babe. Don't hold on to any hopes of us getting back together. I have no intention of ever getting back together with you.
I can't believe I fell for a guy like you. Goodbye.
Hello, you poor, poor girl. How have you been?
Oh, don't send me such a crude text. What do you want?
I have an important announcement, you poor, poor girl.
What is it? I'm not interested in anything that has to do with you, Charles. Why did you contact me?
Do you remember my girlfriend?
Huh?
I texted you about my girlfriend, the other girl I was considering for marriage.
Who do you think you are? A Maharaj with a harem of girls you're considering for marriage?
It can't be helped. After all, I'm in the top tier financially and socially.
People who say they're in the top tier really aren't up that high, financially or socially.
Shut up, you poor, poor girl.
How many times do I need to tell you I am not poor?
Whatever. Anyhow, I have an important announcement. My girlfriend, the CEO's daughter, and I have decided to get married. I'm so happy I found out you were from a poor single mother household before we got married.
You little... My mother is a CEO as well. Her company makes over $45 million each year.
Huh?
I'm tired of being nice, so let me just tell you. After I explain my family to you, don't ever ask me for this information again. And don't ever refer to me as a poor, poor girl. That's just rude. My mother is the CEO of my late dad's fashion company. Annual sales are over $45 million. My grandparents own a lot of property in the city, so we've never had any financial difficulties. And due to my mother's wonderful business acumen, I grew up lacking nothing.
Huh? What? But when I met your mom, she didn't look like a CEO or anything. We met at a cafe downtown. I thought there was some reason you didn't want me to see your house, like it's small or dirty or in a bad neighborhood.
It's the opposite.
Huh?
Our house is really luxurious, so I thought it may make you nervous. I chose the cafe so you could relax and talk to my mother, but I see it had the opposite effect.
I don't get it. Why didn't you explain that properly?
I'm happy I got to see your true colors.
Huh?
Can you imagine finding out your husband is a jerk? I would have had to divorce you. I'm so happy I got to see the real you, Charles, before things went too far.
Don't say that about me.
You looked down on me just because I was raised by a single mother and assumed we were poor? You're such a pompous jerk. I didn't know people like you still existed. You are so behind the times. I'm sure you came to these conclusions because you were busy comparing me to the other girlfriend, the CEO's daughter.
It's not exactly true.
Give up, I know everything, but I really don't care. You and the CEO's daughter, you've decided to get married, right? Congratulations. I don't want to ever see you again, get involved with you ever again.
But aren't you the daughter of a CEO as well?
Oh, please. The The size of our businesses are so different.
Huh?
When I told Mom that you broke off our engagement, she got angry and had you investigated.
What?
She found out which company's CEO's daughter you were two-timing me with. Apparently, they are our third-tier contractor.
Huh?
Our contractor's contractor. Please don't put me in the same category as your CEO's daughter, girlfriend.
Is that so?
Men who decide their marriage partner based on whether they have two parents or daughters of CEOs are scumbags. I really think men like that will never be truly happy.
Don't say that.
Oh, and we just also found out some other juicy information.
What?
The CEO's daughter, she loves to go out clubbing. To strip clubs, that is.
What are you saying?
It's not like you're together every day, right?
Well, yes, we see each other 2 or 3 times a week, but once we get married, we'll obviously be living together.
Apparently, the nights she's not with you, she's with her favorite stripper.
Stripper? Are you serious?
If you really want to know, why don't you ask her? I'm just telling you what the PI told Mom and me.
PI? Then I'm sure it's true. I didn't know she went to strip clubs.
Apparently, there are a few strip clubs she frequents. All of the money she receives from her parents ends up there. Her parents are really fed up and have threatened to stop her allowance. I heard that's why she's looking for someone to marry.
Wait, does this mean her parents won't be giving her any money anymore? Then how is she going to survive? She told me she hated working.
Why do you think she chose you, Charles?
Huh?
She plans on using your money, Charles. That's why she was looking for someone to marry.
So, she's planning to use me.
Who knows? It's not like the detective can read minds. Well, this is all that I know. I finished explaining everything, so will you disappear from my life?
I've been thinking, Vicky. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
I know you've been wrong about everything in this ordeal, but what is this apology for? What is this apology in reference to?
Doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm wrong. I want to get back together with you, Vicky.
What an absurd idea.
Let's give it another shot, Vicky. I promise I'll make you happy.
No, thank you.
Why not? Can't you see how sincere I am in my apology?
No matter how much you apologize, the feelings I had towards you, they vanished. And now I can only think of you as a scumbag. I hope you and the CEO's daughter are happy.
Don't say that. I want to be happy with you, Vicky. I don't care about the CEO's daughter.
How can you say something awful like that? You switched over so quickly from me to her. And the reason for the switch was because my mother was a single mother, right? I can't respond to scum like you.
I'm really, really sorry. I said that about you and your mother, but it was because I didn't know the truth. And now that I do, I'm really, really sorry. I promise I'll never do it again.
What will you never do again? I don't want to get back together, so don't contact me ever again. In addition to getting engaged to the CEO's daughter, didn't you get her pregnant? And you can say all of this to me?
Pregnant.
You didn't know. Oh, the PI got a hold of her medical records. I'm sure she's planning to tell you soon, maybe even tonight. Congratulations, Daddy.
Wait a minute. I want to marry you, Vicky. I don't care about that awful woman. She's into strippers, right? Then how can I be sure this child is mine?
Wait. This has nothing to do with me, right? I don't know why you're telling me this.
I'm sorry. I keep apologizing, so please consider coming back to me. Vicky, when I imagine you, I see us together, the way it should be.
Charles, when I imagine you, all I see is a pile of garbage. Anyway, don't you think you should honor your duty and make the CEO's daughter and your child happy? And if you continue to contact me, well, I'll have no choice but to seek legal counsel.
No, Vicky, don't make this such a big deal. I'm sorry, Vicky, but don't leave me. Let's get back together.
Oh, you're making me dizzy with how fast you turn your back on people. Don't ever contact me again. You poor, poor scumbag. The CEO's daughter revealed her pregnancy to Charles. It was also revealed her parents found out she was stealing money from them, and they kicked her out and cut all ties to her. Charles couldn't run away as he made her pregnant, so they ended up getting married. After they got married, the CEO's ex-daughter controlled all the money and spent it as she pleased. Charles had to work even harder to keep up with all her expenses, though he was unable to enjoy his money and ended up leaving a poor, poor boy's life. What comes around goes around, right?